Welcome to the California Maverick, a channel fighting for a free and sane California. Governor Newsom and California top Democrats released a draft of the proposed map that Californians will be voting on in the special election in November. I knew it was going to be bad, but it's much, much worse. We got some stuff to go over, so let's get into it. Okay, like I said in the intro, late Friday night, California Democrats released the proposed maps for the November special election. These are supposedly just the draft and not the finalized map. Even though there's a tight window, they may still release the finalized version for the special election sometime next week. But these maps are so bad that I think, and I truly believe, this is the final version of the map. The first bits of information that were coming out throughout the week that everyone pounced on and was talking about and reporting on, it was 3 Republican seats that were flipping to Democrat, 2 safe Republican seats flipping to safe or lean Democrat, and 1 lean Republican to safe Democrat, and a few other lean Democrat districts that in some cases, like in Orange County, were swing districts that flipped from Republican to Democrat back to Republican. Those were going to be lean Democrat, lean Republican, all to safe Democrat. But it's much worse than that. It was so bad that state legislators from the California State Assembly and the California State Senate are holding up the finalized version because they were kept out of the loop, and this was drawn up in closed doors by national congressional Democrats like Maxine Waters, Eric Swalwell, among others. You have places like Redding, rural, small towns, mid-sized towns, very Republican, and having been to Shasta and Redding a few times, I would say very Trump MAGA Republican. You're going to have that rural area connect all the way down the coast, down to the Bay Area to San Francisco. San Francisco and Redding have nothing in common. Zero. Forget the political party lines between Democrat and Republican, MAGA, and whatever else. It's irrelevant. They have nothing in common. And you're going to connect them. It's at least 5 hours away between San Francisco and Redding, minimum. Upwards of 6 to 7 hours, depending on traffic, getting out of the horrible mess that is the San Francisco Bay Area. You have parts of Sacramento that aren't even connected by any type of freeway, lumped in together, that are an hour or more away. You have the Central Valley, Fresno and Bakersfield, predominantly Latino, completely split up. And that's something I've mentioned before, and a lot of other California conservatives and conservatives in general have mentioned that the Latino vote has been shifting rightward significantly. And so in the Central Valley, they completely divided and split up the Latino vote. And as I'm recording this video, around 6 o'clock my time, Pacific time, these proposed drafts are now the official proposed maps for the special election in November. And around 6:30 my time, they came out with a interactive map, which I'll have linked in my description below.
We are getting our first look at the proposed redrawn districts in California's congressional maps. State Democrats hope their maps will send more Democrats to Congress. This is all in response to Texas. Republicans there are trying to send at least 5 more members of that party to the U.S. House of Representatives. Thanks for joining us tonight at 6. I'm Curtis May.
And I'm Edie Lambert. KCRA3's Capitol correspondent Ashley Zavala was the first journalist to obtain these draft maps. She's here now with how this could impact you and your vote. So, Ashley, these proposed maps are now official?
Edie, that's right. They are officially the proposed maps the California legislature will consider next week. Now, let's first give you a look at what California's congressional districts look like right now. It's this map right behind me. This is the result of the 2024 election. The red seats you see are lined out, and then also those blue seats represent Democrats, red, Republican. So here's what it looks like against the now officially announced map, with some significant changes in our area. Democrats want to change this in the fight over which party controls the U.S. House of Representatives halfway through President Donald Trump's term, which voters will decide in 2026. So here is the full look at the map. The Democratic Congressional Campaign Committee submitted these maps officially to California State Legislature today for consideration, and they have now been posted on the Senate and Assembly's Elections Committee's websites. Let's start with Northern California and District 1. Republican Doug LaMalfa's district would no longer represent the massive chunk of Republicans that stretch across what's known as the North State. His district is sliced and sent closer to the coast to put more Democrats in his district. In a statement, in part, LaMalfa said, if you want to know what's wrong with these maps, just take a look at them. How on earth does Modoc County on the Nevada and Oregon border have any interest with Marin County and the Golden Gate Bridge? Voters took this power from Sacramento for just this reason. This is naked politics at its worst. For District 3, Republican Representative Kevin Kiley, his district sees a geographical chop, no longer stretching along the eastern border, and instead it leaks into Sacramento County. In a statement, he said, make no mistake, I will win re-election to the House regardless of the proposed changes to my district, but I fully expect that the beautiful 3rd District will remain exactly as it is. We will defeat Newsom's sham initiative and vindicate the will of California voters.
All right, so they've been talking about these maps for a while.
Right.
And we wait until a Friday. It's after hours now that we have the confirmed map. So what's been going on behind the scenes as they've been drafting these new lines?
Right. Well, all week we've been under the impression California's legislature, state Californians, were going to be releasing these maps, but it ended up coming from national Democrats. So we were hearing all afternoon that there was some arguing happening among the state and national Democrats over how these lines have been drawn. Some people have a lot of questions. They want some more data. And we should acknowledge that at the state capitol, that's a pipeline to Congress. Many people who are serving in Congress right now once served in our state legislature. So there is some concern among maybe those who would like to someday represent California in Congress at this point.
I don't believe that anyone can honestly think to themselves that this is a fair and good map. If you just remove the us versus them mentality, Republican versus Democrat, your hatred and disdain for the current president, you cannot objectively say this is fair. This is a fair representation. This represents all those who are most vulnerable and disenfranchised. You can't do it. And this is the one thing that really frustrates me about the whole thing. All we care about is the federal level. We are giving the federal government and the president too much power. I don't care who's in office. We focus on the federal level so much that we ignore everything locally. And that's why our state here in California and our country has gotten to be the way it is today. Polarized, divided, no one cares as long as it benefits their team. There are people here in California that don't care about anyone else. High gas prices don't affect me. I don't see crime. My kids go to private school while they have their illegal immigrants do their lawn, do their yard work, cook their food, and the rest of us are struggling, having to walk over homeless, worried about our kids going to parks. As long as it doesn't affect me and we don't have any Republicans and my team wins, I'm okay with that. I just want people to get the word out and to see how corrupt and evil this is, and to remove all the emotion and vitriol and your own biases and take an honest look at this and tell me that this really is voicing the concerns and representing the disenfranchised and the most vulnerable. If you like this video, leave a like and possibly subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.